Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Now, 51 at the mic. 180. 180. We're good. We're good. 180. Check 4. Check 4. Deuce. 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 Sham. Sham. Express. 51.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there on the first play of the game. 54 yards.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone.
Check 24. Check 24. Shift. Shift. Tighten up. Tighten up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 20-yard line.
Now, 280.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game you play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now, 180. Mike 51. All right, T. Let's check. All right, T. Express. Me. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, Geek. Raider 2. Let's go, Geek. Tighten up. Joker. Raider 1. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Down. 185. Express. Mike 51. Easy. Kill. Bravo. Check right. 51 to Mike.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
first carry for Bush. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
You can't block me. You can't.
To throw, Brissett. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing, Brissett. And he's got his man on the out route. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. On first down, it's Bush. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Play action. Now it's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Down. 280.
55. Hey, eat.
White. Say. No. Off.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Bush. And some room to work. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one 28 yards on the ground. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
On 1st down, they stick with Bush. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. A good job defensively there on Gurley as they hold him to only a yard. It's 2nd down.
Down. 180. Yeah, that's right. Watch the twist. Watch the 29. 29. Hey, Echo. That's it.
On 2nd and 9. Carr. He's going to loft one. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Bush. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll try the right side with Bush. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Anything moves, we keep
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try and run for the first with Bush. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. Here we go. With the flag. That's it. Let's get that ball right here. 44 to Mike. 44 to Mike.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett. There, that is caught. Touchdown, Miami.
Great job, man.
Devontae Adams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. The Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
Point after, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
19 yards there on the catch and run. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Down. Here I come.
And to give this time to the tailback. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
Carr now to throw. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43.
That's another Jets. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
It's just me and you.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning.
Check the backer, check the backer. Check.
Now they try the right side here. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Ready?
Hey, Haywood!
To throw, it's Carr. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Throwing now is Carr. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Carr. They'll roll him out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. This is Bush. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Get ready. Kill, kill, kill.
They'll run on first down. It's Bush. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check. Fresno. Check your hot read. Check 9, check 9. Squeeze.
On on second and a couple. Brissett escaping the pressure right. And an alley to run. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. On first down, it's Bush. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run it with Bush. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run here with Balazs. And he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. They'll stay on the ground. Balazs again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That second down play nets a -4. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Out of the gun, Brissett. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
Buddy up. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Oh, get him. Get him. Get him.
From the red zone now, Brissett. It's caught here by Adams. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, Raider 2.
Hey, exit.
Ricky, here we go.
Check right. Watching your guard.
Now Carr. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll start with a give here to Balaj. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Set the tone, defense.
Brissett sets to throw it. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Watch the pass.
53's the Mike.
Brissett. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 18. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55. Deuce right, Chief. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. That pass complete to Krebet. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
6-18. Five.
Shotgun now for Carr. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Again, this is Bush. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Hey,
They'll run on first down. It's Bush, and a nice spin into some open field. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Balaj. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Balaj, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No. These types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Balaj. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Ready? 51, 51. Here we go, D. Alert flat, flat.
On 2nd down now, it's Bush. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 3rd down, Brissett. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator, the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. The Jets on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. And it's caught by Herndon. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Off the play fake. Hopkins out to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That had disaster written all over it. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll hand it off to Bush. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd and 2, Brissett. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Brissett now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Bush. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll go again with Bush. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Bush on 3rd down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Watch 55. I'm coming. 36.
2nd and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
55. Go. Rock it. Slide.
throwing on 3rd and long. Hopkins. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe you want to look at some safer. Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Antonio Callaway. 84 yards. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They'll have a 1st down past the 40. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Come on, set. 60 out low. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
A give left side, Bush. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Check 31. Check 31. Check. Watch twins. Watch twins.
From the gun, here's Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here. We'll do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. This one brought in by Corbett. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Dolphins, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL.